Great performances. And I'm back here with this month's guest programmer who selected this movie for us, and that's Madeleine Stowe. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
This movie won the Academy Award for William Inge. You had mentioned him earlier, who wrote the screenplay for this. What do you look for in a screenplay when you're reading scripts of possible parts to do?
That's a really interesting question, because clearly screenwriting has become very different than it was back during this wonderful golden period.
Right.
Romanticism has sort of died. The idea of watching people move through a landscape, you know, where the characters in the landscape are inextricable, that's kind of gone as well. And I would love to see these big, large human movies come back. It's really kind of important to me.
But you don't find that in scripts anymore.
They're very, very few and far between. Very few and far between.
Why do you think that is? Well, have we changed, or are we demanding different things from Hollywood? We as an audience?
That's another great question, because even if as I came up through the 90s, really, you know, the internet had not taken off quite the way it has, and people are getting into reality shows, or they're watching things on YouTube, which can be a wealth of information, but they're interested in small snippets of things. I worry about what that eventually means. You know, it's just we're morphing into something else.
So you just wonder how this is all going to play out as time goes on.
I do. I actually think it kind of starts to change the brain, you know, and so I come to this channel continuously, because if it offers me a place where I can lock out all the excess noise and really dial into something that's where you see consistently human, wonderful behavior.
But you've brought us two great directors so far, George Stevens and Elia Kazan. We're going to move on now.
Okay.
Well, let's see what we have. Stick around. We have more films chosen by Madeleine Stowe. This next one, a great Italian film directed by Vittorio De Sica.
Tonight on Turner Classic Movies, Madeleine Stowe continues as guest programmer next with The Bicycle Thief. Then Priestley Montgomery Clift is a murder suspect in I Confess, and Ingmar Bergman explores the loss of faith in Winter Light.